Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Braum on top of that. Braum can help reposition when Kha'Zix is leaping forward. Again, then the control of the Orianna and the Senna in front of you. It's a very slow-moving composition unless someone...
Zed is waiting in the darkness here.
Don't do it, Bwipo. You are playing weak side right now. Don't get greedy. Fnatic fans, they're holding their breath. They're like, not again!
We've seen it before. And you talk about it, there comes Razork. He's going to pull him back. He's already flashed out. Now he's pulled in, but the Aatrox is just too far away. Now he has to flash forward. Bwipo's going to go for the sidestep. He gets yanked back and dunked down. First blood for Dan. Honestly, well played by Misfits.
And the question will be what that actually means for Fnatic and cross-map, because yes, very well done for Dan forever to force a freeze or to allow Reckless to grab minions.
Oh no, Bwipo's getting aggressive, but Selfmade's on the way up. They have a lot of burst damage, but they're a little bit behind overall right now, and there's just a lot more effective combat stats on the side of Misfits. Bwipo's going to walk in and get taken out one more time, and Fnatic already
had Broxa, and Broxa would just come at their beck and call. He would sacrifice so much farm just to sit behind lanes or to hard gank them. So maybe this is just a wider problem of a synergy issue for Fnatic, but Selfmade to change up his pathing to help cover Bwipo, but now things have evened out, and it's now time for them to be more proactive.
Try again. Snap back on the ball. They're waiting this time, but now he's dunked back under the tower. Selfmade, no! Finally, they managed to connect on the double shockwave, but now Nemesis is getting chased down. That's the Infernal Change. The flash out to... The thing that went wrong was late game.
That was a miracle Baron steal, Dracos.
It was a miracle Baron steal, and so...
Fans are like, we've got him on the ropes, guys. Like, we've got scaling with the Zir. Kabe is huge. We have inside track as perma priority mid lane. Let's get this dive going, and here comes the TP.
If they fumble this team fight, Fnatic can get right back to the game. Febiven's now on the backside, but he's scooping them back under their own tower. Reckless is not going to get the ultimate out. It's going to be interrupted. Nemesis is now here. Bwipo now coming in. Doss going to buy a bit more time now, and Febiven's made a turret of his own. This is disastrous. Febiven is still alive. Misfits, everyone's still up.
No. And Bwipo might not get anything out of this. Let's see if Misfits can survive and walk out.
Is this even...
Oh no, they're hurting him. Oh no!
They were just going to back off, but instead they're going to commit. Now they're going to get dunked back down again, and they're just going to get obliterated. The healing, or the shielding rather, coming in from Reckless from the base. Nice to have the semi-global, but they're just going to lose another 2 kills. Fnatic
chase. Can we fight this? Can we not fight this? What do you guys want to do? I don't know. Boom, dead.
Cannot afford to be indecisive, of course. Meanwhile, in that picture-in-picture, you did see Fnatic getting frisky in the mid lane, though. Have to keep our eyes if a fight will break out here. Razork not going to connect on the facebreaker, but Bwipo potentially in trouble to punch through coming in. The shockwave lands, but it doesn't nearly have the effect they needed to as Unbreakable falls away. Hilly's going to be in trouble. Infernal Chains execute to the tower here.
Now, while all of this is happening, the Rift Herald has gone down. Kabe has then had all of this time, all of this gold.
And normally I look at a Cho'Gath who's got a feast, who could steal an objective away.
I know, are Misfits on Vodafone?
All right, agreed. Steal this though, they buy themselves about 5 more minutes before the Elder is a big issue. Cloud, normally I would say is not the biggest deal, but given how clearly disruptive...
Fnatic, no, like, we must sit here. We have a 1 minute 40 before the... Oh.
Stealth, Kabe knocked up, trying to get the pull back, the dunk down on the suplex though. Doesn't look like it's going to be enough. Selfmade going forward and he finds one. That's the first kill for Fnatic. He stealths up, he walks away. Doss now trying to look for the re-engage. Febiven coming in as well. Down goes Selfmade. Now comes the Rupture. Hylissang on the retreat. Needs to leap over to Bwipo, but will not get the chance. Double kill in favor of Misfits. Traded back for 1 and the shutdown. Until it's over, you really cannot count Fnatic out because they're looking for the engage once again. The Rupture is going to connect onto no one. Misfits will not find a re-engage.
But it's the fact that Fnatic are falling back to their old tricks. Create a bush, stand in the bush, catch someone unaware, and then try to create a numbers advantage. But now, Misfits have them, all 5 members are here. They're just going to tear through Fnatic in this fight.
Dan on the front line is basically unkillable. They don't have enough damage to shut him down. Reckless on the backside does not do nearly enough. They get a perfect shockwave, but it just does not do the damage to take out a single member of Misfits. And now Dan's running him down. He's going to back off. Bwipo looking for the run.
To dissuade Bwipo possibly going over the wall.
It's a bit of a nightmare, though, for Oscarin, because absolutely destroying Fnatic in a team fight and ending the game.
Okay, probably the last dance potentially for Fnatic. You're looking for a miracle steal or a miracle shockwave. And Misfits, again, they're really confident just pulling off this Baron. They have a lot of ways to just immediately shift damage.
Remember, Kha'Zix can stealth into the pit, and it's very difficult to interrupt him, but Selfmade is not stepping forward. They are going to give up this Baron, and Doss is going to get the fight kicked off. Knockup comes in, Selfmade off to the flank. Decent shockwave, but not hitting a ton of members. Selfmade getting zoned away by Razork. Low health bar. If he isolates himself, he's going to be in trouble. RKO walks back to the team. And now the retreat here. Febiven's been caught out. He's going to use the Emperor's Divide, but it might be too little too late. Febiven will be shut down here for Fnatic, but at the cost of the Baron.
available to just make your life hell on one of those side lanes, especially because Fnatic at this point actually just need to be grouped up. They can't play this side lane game at all.
If you're not in an advantageous position and someone on your team gets hit by CC against this Fnatic composition, they will most certainly go down. But tier 2, when your job is to survive against the Baron, and more importantly, this is where the veterancy of Fnatic really starts to pay off. You get into these late game situations, they have more experience here than just about any other team in the league. Reckless, though, will get caught out, and right as I say that, he might just get taken down. A lot of sustain, though. Reckless still alive. Dan on the backside, but he's exhausted. The healing, the shielding. Dan can't get anything done. They do manage to take the tower, however. Fnatic will keep all their members alive, but that's the two-man shockwave. They want to re-engage. Doss still living. Razork steps forward. That's the shutdown. Nom from Whippo, and Fnatic have bought themselves a bit of time.
And the flash.
Pushing in on the bottom side, Fnatic fishing for that pick, fishing for some kind of advantage. Still has to outmatch a Callista Ren, so it will be difficult.
Making sure that all Fnatic members are coming from the same side. Dan does have a very deep flank.
Doss gonna get the party kicked off. Now Razor gonna flash forward. The RKO coming back. Reckless gonna try to heal across the rest of the team, but Whippo's still alive. They managed to get one before the fight even goes through. Dan isolated off to the side. Cho'Gath, though, slowly getting chipped down. That's the double shockwave. Fnatic pushing forward. Fnatic, are you kidding me? They're crushing through the fight. It's all eyes on Featherman, but he's locked up. The concussive blows are too much for him to deal with. The triple kill for Nemesis. Hell of a rough early game, but what a turnaround for the boy in the mid lane.
And finally, 31 minutes into the game, it feels like Fnatic are really starting to show up. Again, we talked about how difficult this composition is to dive into, how the Elder was going to be really important, because while Misfits' composition was really strong in the early game, it is starting to lose some of its steam here.
And Frost.
Now the Baron has been started. There is no Blast Cone just yet available for Razork, but he is in the area, and I actually think they're just going to give this one up. So Misfits are going to have to take their hands off the wheel for at least around 5 minutes, where for as horrific the early game was, is pretty much even.
Well, and it's crazy because
like look at the gold that they just made up.
Yeah, they're almost dead even. They went from, I think, 8K, almost 9K deficit at worst, to now only 1K behind. They're pushing in. Their buffs more than make up for that gold difference. They're going to break an inhibitor before Misfits even get the chance to. And Whippo, despite being behind this entire game, is absolutely fearless. Doss is going to be forced out there. Ult's going to come in. Frostguard, and what a turn in this game. Fnatic, it was not coordinated in the early game. Misfits, it was not coordinated in the late game. And now Fnatic are here to punish. They're going for the throat. They're looking to end. They want to maximize the use of this buffs. They have the Baron, they have the Elder Drake, and they want the win.
Playing it really slow, playing around their minions, slowly taking chunks out here. The desperation will come through from Misfits. Something has to give. Who's going to pull the trigger first?
Pulling back, which is the dream case for Senna, because she's like, you're telling me I get to damage 5 people?
Dan is backing and looking for a flanking teleport. There is a ward directly beneath Fnatic. We'll see if he uses it.
But for Misfits, tiebreakers, unless there's a 3-way tie, the team that wins in the second half, I believe, owns the head-to-head.
Yep, which means that Fnatic would own the head-to-head with Misfits. Could be huge for playoffs, as this might be the last team fight.
Slow, Selfmade trying to buy space. Good damage now coming in. Doss once again caught out. He's going to be locked down. Concussive blows has been procced. The flash forward for Whippo. That's a 3-man knockup, but there goes a big ult on the backside. Misfits caught out, taken down. Kabe's still alive, trying to do what he can, but he's throwing spears and it's not quite having the effect.
It is over.
Reckless going to finish him off, harvesting that soul. Dan on the run. One more concussive blow stack for good measure, and Dan goes down. Misfits are done. Fnatic, catastrophic early game, but it does not matter. They hold.
Timers are long enough. We're
that's a
ending
big
it now.
Whippo. That's a very slow Featherman. The knockup comes through. The Emperor's Device not enough, and this time he gets dunked down. Finally, Selfmade finds his kill. The turret will fall. The Nexus will fall, and Fnatic will reign supreme. 2-0 over the spring split over Misfits Gaming.
And finally, some smiles on the Fnatic players' faces. Now that said, the lane phase